Good evening, everyone. I'm Kamen Enchev. We are less than 24 hours away from the Liberty Bowl, a matchup that will feature Bret Bielema going up against his mentor, Bill Snyder, and Kansas State. Of course, Bielema was the defensive coordinator under Snyder at K-State in 2002 and 2003. We've talked plenty about this relationship and how close the two are, but at today's Media Day, Coach Bielema had an interesting take on the matchup and what it means to him.
I've played so many coaches now that I've either coached against, or that I've coached with, good friends. I've gone back and played my alma mater several times, when I was at Wisconsin, and it's always a special feeling, but it's not that difficult.
So kickoff is set for 2:20 p.m. from the Liberty Bowl in Memphis. You can watch the game on ESPN if you aren't able to make it. We'll also have highlights on Region 8 Sports at 6 and 10. More college football games, 5 more games on today. Let's get started with the afternoon games as the Fiesta Bowl featured a matchup of two of the best and most successful programs in college football history. 7th-ranked Ohio State taking on 8th-ranked Notre Dame. There's Brian Kelly and Urban Meyer, two of the best coaches around. Notre Dame All-American linebacker Jalen Smith gets hurt early in this game. Not sure the Irish would have stopped Ohio State even with him, but it certainly hurt them as J.T. Barrett connects with Michael Thomas for the touchdown. 14-0 Buckeyes, but it was Ezekiel Elliott who was the big star. He pounds his way for one of his 4 rushing touchdowns. 28-7 Ohio State. He was getting fed all day like the fans wanted him to be. Notre Dame did make a mini comeback as here a beautiful fade here by DeShone Kizer to Josh Adams. Lead down to 28-21, but Ohio State would go right back to Elliott, who also had 149 rush yards, 47 of them coming on this run as he burst through the hole. Ohio State wins 44-28. Michigan taking on Florida in the Citrus Bowl. First quarter, looks like Treon Harris walks away from the snap, but it's just a fake. Here's the snap. It goes to the running back, off to the receiver. Antonio Callaway flips it to Harris for the touchdown. We're tied at 7, but from there it was all Jim Harbaugh and Michigan. Jake Rudock airs it out to a wide open receiver for the touchdown. Talk about blown coverage. 14-7 Wolverines. Third quarter now, Rudock sticks the pass into a tight window to Grant Perry for another touchdown. 24-7 Michigan. Rudock had 3 passing touchdowns. The running game did work too, as here's one of my favorite plays in football. The fullback dive to Sione Huma for the touchdown. Michigan wins 41-7. Great name, Huma. John Gruden repping some Tennessee gear as the Vols took on Northwestern in the Outback Bowl. First quarter, Josh Dobbs keeps it himself and walks in the end zone for one of his 2 rushing touchdowns. 7-0 Tennessee. Third quarter, Jalen Hurd gets into the party too with the rushing TD of his own. He had 130 rush yards. And you know it's your day when this happens. Dobbs fumbles the snaps, picks it up, and he's like, no big deal. I'm going in for the end zone. Another volunteer touchdown, 31-6 Vols. The defense played pretty good too as Evan Berry, the younger brother of former Volunteer, and NFL star Eric Berry with the pick. And you know where this is going. Back the other way for 6. Tennessee wins 45-6. The SEC moves to 5-2 in bowl games. And Stanford up 35-0 against Iowa early in the third quarter in the Rose Bowl. Christian McCaffrey has almost 300 all-purpose yards. He's amazing.
Oh, wow. Yeah. And good luck to our Razorbacks tomorrow.
Yes, absolutely.
Thanks, Kamen. Stick with us. We'll be back.